the thing that was scary to me wasn't quitting and starting the company. It was when I started hiring my friends and they expected to be paid. So what application on your phone do you use the most?
Slack.
Really?
Yeah. I wish I could say ChatGPT.
No, it's okay. Even more than like email?
Way more than email. The only thing that I was thinking possibly was messages, but like iMessages, but yeah, more than that.
And so like inside OpenAI, there's a lot of coordination going on.
What about you?
It's Outlook. I'm, this old style email guy. Either that or the browser, because of course a lot of my news is coming through the browser.
I didn't quite count the browser. It's
That's
possible I use it more, but I still would bet Slack. I'm on Slack all day.
Incredible.
Do you worry about Elon Musk?
Well, Elon, you wouldn't want to underestimate Elon. What he did at Tesla is amazing, helping with climate change. What he did at SpaceX, will he this time make that improvement? Should there be laws that strike a better balance of free speech versus, conspiracy theories confusing people? Elon thinks he can improve Twitter. Well, I don't know specifically what he'll do, but there's an opportunity and we need innovation in that space.
What do you tell that young person, the young Nigerian or maybe even African who has so many challenges, but keeps trying to create a startup or, start a business?
It's okay when you're an entrepreneur for it not to work the first time. And it's okay to go to work for a larger company and gain some skills, then go back and do those things. Right now, there's a shortage of the key skills in Nigeria. And so investing in yourself in terms of your education, both the formal education that a lot of good institutions here, but also the stuff that's online. We see more people are self-taught about different AI models or programming. If you're motivated, whether it's in health or tech or any area, now's the time where you're more empowered to improve your skill set. So the demand's going to be there for people who invest in themselves. They're doing something that they think about all the time, that they're fascinated. Having that passion, building a team with the right mix of skills that has that passion, that's what makes it fun day to day. And if it makes money, okay, you can reinvest. Eventually you can be a philanthropist. Well, he and I, in a weird sense, kind of grew up together. I did the software for the Apple II, which was their first product. Microsoft did most of the software for the original Macintosh. So we actually had more people working on that than Apple did. So that was kind of a joint success. Then Steve left Apple, did a company called Next that I chose not to support because I didn't think it would sell very well, and it didn't. Then when he came back to Apple, we did a deal to support Apple and help it get going again. And then he did such a phenomenal job that his phones, his tablets started to dominate the industry, and Apple actually became a bigger company even than Microsoft, which for up until then we'd been more profitable. So he did this mind-blowing job, and in that period we're more competitors. We still saw each other, and then as he got sick, I got several chances to sit and talk to him at length about how lucky we'd been, and he was a unique person. And in a lot of wonderful ways, and in some pretty extreme ways, he pushed things even harder than I do. So quite unique. In 1975, to leave a college in the suburbs of Boston and go on an endless leave of absence. I believed that the magic of computers and software would empower people everywhere and make the world much, much better. It's been 40 years since then, and 20 years since Melinda and I were married. We're both more optimistic now than ever. But on our journey, our optimism evolved. We'd like to tell you what we learned and talk to you today about how your optimism and ours can do more for more people.
What's the best thing about being a billionaire?
I'd say two things. One is you don't have to worry. You can send your kids to any school. You know, you're not going to have any problems. And if you're charitably minded, then you can pick things you believe in, malnutrition, whatever it is, cause you want to work on it.
You are here with your daughter who is 21, right? And you were 21 when you became a billionaire. Is that right?
Almost, yeah.
All right, so around that age, you were like the youngest person to become a billionaire. Is that right?
Yeah, in terms of my own, earning it on my own, yeah.
Right. Okay, so, which is the most important thing, yeah. So, did you, when you were a kid, did you care about money, or you just cared about technology and it just happened?
Mostly I love software. I do remember at the private school I went to, there were other kids whose families were better off, like they had a Porsche or something, but it wasn't that big of a deal. My thing was that I just loved doing software, I loved hiring people, and I was stunned when it ended up being so valuable.
What about failure, though? Can you talk about a failure and maybe what you've learned from it?
Yeah, fortunately we can afford a few failures because we've certainly had them. We do a lot of drug work or vaccine work that you're going to have different failures. Like we put out one that got a lot of publicity, was asking for a better condom. Well, we got hundreds of ideas. Maybe a few of those will work out. We were very naive, certainly I was, about a drug for a disease in India, visceral leishmaniasis, that I thought once we got this drug, we can just go wipe out the disease. Well, turns out it took an injection every day for 10 days. It took 3 more years to get it than we expected, and then there was no way it was going to get out there. I had one habit that I developed when I was at college that was actually a very bad habit, which was I like to show people that I didn't do any work and that I didn't go to classes and I didn't care. And then at the very last minute, like 2 days before the test, I'd get serious about it. And people thought that was funny. Then when I went into business, that was a really bad habit. And it took me a couple of years to get over that. Nobody praised me because I would do things at the last minute, and procrastination is not a good habit.